Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Daniel Lee, Project Coordinator at Jaejong Architect. Today, we're examining a major federal policy shift that's set to impact millions of Canadians, the Liberal government's national housing strategy. Following the recent election win, housing has become a central focus, and with good reason. Affordability is strained, supply is low, and demand continues to rise. Let's break down what's actually in this plan, how it's supposed to work, and what it can mean for both builders and buyers. At the center of the Liberal housing strategy is an ambitious goal.
We will build new homes for Canadians at a pace not seen since the Second World War.
To double the pace of home construction and deliver approximately 500,000 new homes per year. To support this, the government is establishing a new federal housing agency called Build Canada Homes, or also known as BCH.
He'd create a new federal body that would act like a developer. It would place bulk orders on pre-built and modular housing.
Unlike traditional federal programs that only fund provincial or private efforts, BCH will develop, manage, and partner on affordable housing projects. One of its key responsibilities will be acquiring public land and making it available through long-term and affordable leases. Another major pillar of the plan is a large-scale investment in prefabricated and modular homes.
That's why we're providing $25 billion in financing to scale up that industry.
As Carney has mentioned, $25 billion is being invested into prefab and modular constructions to tackle the housing problem head-on. These construction methods can cut build times by up to 50% and the cost by about 20%. All of this while also reducing emissions by 22% compared to the traditional builds we see now. BCH will place large-scale orders for Canadian mass timber and softwood lumber. This is to create consistent demand and help domestic prefab companies scale. And to meet workforce needs, the government plans to expand apprenticeship programs. Right now, Canada currently faces a shortage of about 80,000 skilled trade workers, and we are expecting over 300,000 to retire within the next 10 years. In terms of financing, the strategy also includes $10 billion in low-cost capital to support affordable housing developers in both the public and private sectors. Now, on the regulatory side, the government is targeting development fees and permitting delays. Municipal developments charges for multi-unit housings are set to be cut in half over the next 5 years. Now, this is intended to lower upfront costs and improve the financial feasibility of new projects. Permitting timelines are also on the reform. In 2022, average approval times for residential construction range from 20 to 24 months. The goal is to reduce this to 10 to 12 months by 2025 through digital application systems, standardized review processes, and increased federal oversight for certain type of developments. Rental housing construction is being encouraged through a revival of a tax policy from the 1970s called the Multiple Unit Residential Building, or the MURB incentive. Under the original MURB program, investors were allowed to deduct depreciation costs from their income. Now, this led to nearly 200,000 rental units being built. A modern version of this program is expected to deliver similar results. Zoning reform is also a priority. Currently, builders must navigate 13 separate regulatory systems. Some of these include zoning bylaws, building codes, energy efficiency rules, accessibility requirements, parking minimums, environmental assessments, and more. The Housing Accelerator Fund aims to harmonize these into a unified national framework, which should reduce the administrative burdens and streamline project approvals. On the home buyer side, GST rebate for the first-time buyers is now being expanded to include new builds priced under $1 million. This could provide up to $50,000 in direct savings. Altogether, the plan includes about $130 billion in spending over the next 4 years. Now, that adds to an existing federal debt of $225 billion. Now, this raises some concerns around the fiscal sustainability. However, the government argues that such investment is necessary to address the scale of housing shortfall in Canada today. Now, to summarize everything together, the housing strategy rests on 5 key pillars: Build Canada Homes, modular housing investment, labor force development, streamlined regulation, and targeted financial incentives for both builders and buyers. And now the goal for all of this is to double the pace of construction to meet that 500,000 benchmark, stabilize the market, and make housing more affordable and accessible across the country. Thank you for watching. If you found this analysis useful, consider subscribing for more in-depth breakdowns. Let us know in the comments. What part of the plan do you think will have the biggest impact? I'm Daniel Lee, and see you next time.